Hello, and welcome to this chapter of VCSP How-To series of installing Veeam Backup Replication and Veeam Cloud Connect for your service offering as a managed service provider. So my name is Lee Rivas. I am a systems engineer here at Veeam that covers the South Atlantic Territory in the US for our VCSP partners. So why are we putting both Veeam Backup Replication and Veeam Cloud Connect installation in one video? The reason is they're basically the same product with the same installation file, where the difference is in the license file. So when you use a Veeam Backup Replication license, you'll either do that for your customers' on-premise environment or your hosted environment. That will enable backup copy replication for your customers' on-prem environment and your hosted environment to protect your virtual physical infrastructure or your customers' physical virtual infrastructure, file servers, etc. And this will enable the ability to perform restore operations. Where when we inject the Cloud Connect license, this will turn into a Cloud Connect server. So you'll see the Cloud Connect tab that you'll then use for your Cloud Connect server on the service provider side to receive backups and replicas for your customers' data from their on-premise VBRs via a single secure single port connection. So this will operate as a cloud target for backup and replicas. And this will also enable remote management of your customers' VBR servers. And you'll do that by using the Veeam Service Provider Console, which is our very powerful application layer on top of Cloud Connect that will give you a lot of management options. So in general, there are 6 base use cases that I'll go through. First, service provider data protection, basically protecting your own hosted environment, right? So it gives customers the ability to do their own failovers and a number of self-service restore capabilities on your hosted environment. The second one would be the MSP backup, the ability to view and manage customers, their on-prem VBRs, agents, and file servers. So in this case, you'll need Cloud Connect on the service provider side to remotely view and manage those jobs. Restores and manage licenses for all of your customers using the Service Provider Console software front end. So in the middle, we see offsite backup and address. So for offsite backup, we'll need Cloud Connect on the service provider side for your customers' VBR and agents to connect to and send offsite data to your cloud target. The Cloud Connect repository essentially has the same features as a regular Veeam Backup Replication repository, where we can even use object storage as a repository. But the Cloud Connect options will enable multi-tenancy and firewall customers to their own data, and they'll only see their own data and be able to do restores in that same repository. While disaster recovery as a service, the service provider can provide quick failover capabilities to their customers using replication. Public cloud protection is our ability to use the Service Provider Console or the customer's Veeam Backup Replication to deploy and manage the virtual appliances for the service provider's customers that use native VM and services inside of Azure, AWS, Google Cloud to be able to back up, manage, and restore cloud native workloads. And then last but not least, SaaS data protection, which is essentially Veeam's Office 365 backup, where the service provider can provide backup of the customer's organization and then be able to provide restores with either the Explorers or using the Service Provider Console to link to the restore portal for the customer. So the customer can use the Service Provider Console to reach the restore portal to restore their own Office 365 data without involving the service provider or having to create a ticket. So let's talk a little bit about the system requirements. For the OS, you need a Windows server, either physical, virtual, a cloud instance, doesn't matter. We just need a Windows server to do the installation on top of. For the CPU requirements, you'll need to consider 1 core per 10 concurrent tasks for the VBR installation, not as strict for the Cloud Connect installation. And the same thing with memory, 4 gigs, 500 megs per concurrent jobs. But again, if you're using this as a Cloud Connect server, Essentially, the customer's VBRs and agents will be providing those resources, like moving the data and processing. So those are the minimum requirements, and you don't have to worry about mostly about the current tasks. So for more information on this, please read through the details on the system requirements in our help center. So for the network, there are two aspects. So for on-site processing, that's if you're protecting your hosted environment, 1 gigabit per second or higher. As of the offsite backup, 1 megabit per second or higher. Of course, this is the minimum resources, but if that's all you have, WAN Accelerator might be an option here. And then finally, for the database will ship with the install. Give you the option to choose either SQL Express or Postgres for the default database. So if you need additional, you'll need an additional 2 CPU and 4 gigs of RAM for 25 concurrent tasks or more. So if beyond concurrent, let me start that again. In addition to that, you'll need additional 2 CPU, 4 gig of RAM for 25 concurrent tasks. So if beyond 25 concurrent tasks, the recommendation is to move to SQL Standard or above database. As to where to get the installation, you'll just need to go to Veeam.com, the Pro Partner portal, grab the download file from the Service Writer tab in the download section. All right, so now let's jump into the demo and see the installation steps. So here we have a brand new Windows server deployed. We've already downloaded the ISO and have it mounted as a knee drive. So we'll go ahead and double click for the installation. Go ahead and hit install. So here we have 3 options. To install the Veeam backup and replication server, which can also be for the Cloud Connect server. Second, we have the install Veeam Backup Enterprise Manager, which is essentially your web-based console for more enterprise customers that have multiple Veeam backup replication deployed across different geolocations. The Enterprise Manager essentially will be the single pane of glass to link multiple environments into one UI. And then best practice would be to download a console and then use that console to connect to a Veeam backup replication or Cloud Connect server. So by just downloading the console, we'll have that and we'll be able to link it to the actual backup server. So in this case, in this video, we'll go ahead and click the install Veeam backup replication. At this window, we can go ahead and click on the licensing agreement and review before clicking accept. But we'll go ahead and click accept to move forward. From here, with version 11 or version 12, we have the ability to sign in and grab the license files from there. But we've already downloaded the Cloud Connect license. We'll go ahead and browse to it. We'll want to keep this box checked to update the license automatically, enables usage reporting, and we'll leave that check and hit next. Here we can use an existing service account, a local workgroup or service account. For this, we'll go ahead and use the local system account. Hit next. Here we'll have the option of using Veeam to download Microsoft SQL Express or Postgres. We'll move forward with the Postgres. If we had an existing database that we can link to, we can use an existing database and link up to it through here. We'll go ahead and use the Windows authentication credentials and go ahead and click next. Here we can choose where we want to install the installation. Here I'll go ahead and leave the defaults. For guest file system catalogs, we can choose, that can get pretty large. So here we're going to point it to the S drive. Essentially, if you're using Enterprise Manager and you use file system cache to quickly find file level recoveries, this is what that's used for. And then to provide instant recovery on the Cloud Connect server. When we provide instant recovery on the Cloud Connect server, all those changes will be written in cache. So basically, we're just choosing where we want to write that cache, and we definitely want that on a larger volume, which we'll go ahead and do here, and go ahead and click next. This is just a demo lab, so I'll go ahead and continue anyway. Here I can modify the ports or go ahead and keep the defaults on what different services I need to open in the firewall. For these services that happen, I'll keep the defaults and click Next. All right, so everything looks good. Let's go ahead and click Install. So it'll run through step 1 through 8. First, we'll install the Postgres SQL Server. Step 2, it's going to go ahead and install the Veeam Backup Replication Server. Step 3 will be installing the backup and replication console itself. Here, the installation will install the Veeam Explorers needed for restore capabilities. Step 5, it'll install the Veeam agents to be able to redistribute agents when needed. Step 6 will install the plugins for Veeam Backup Replication. This can be public cloud plugins, storage plugins, etc. Here it'll apply the latest update. Finally, it's finalizing the installation and starting the services. So now we see Veeam Backup Replication 12.2 is successfully installed. Go ahead and click Finish. And as you notice here, we have both the Veeam Backup Replication console and the Veeam Backup Replication remote access console. This is used for when we have Cloud Connect set up with the Cloud Gateway services. We'll be able to connect to your different customers' VBRs using this remote access console. But let's go ahead and open the Veeam Backup Replication console. Click Connect to the local host. So as you can tell when we open the console, when we inject the Cloud Connect license, you'll notice this extra tab here. So it looks just like a Veeam Backup Replication console, but now we have a Cloud Connect tab. So this essentially turns into a Cloud Connect server. So from here, go ahead and walk through the next 3 steps in the next video. Thanks for watching.